Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Probably not. Anyway, it's episode 18. Fit with Frank podcast. Welcome back, legends. Today is a very short, to the point, and thought-provoking podcast, I hope. We're talking about social media and how I have noticed in myself behaviours over the last month or two that worried me. And I've made some changes that I think a lot of you guys could too. Having spoken to many clients, observed people that are close to me, friends, family, on their phones, checking social media. I see lots of good. I'm an advocate of social media and what it does for us on a positive level, and I'll talk about that. But also how I think when the control of that is lost, which is something I felt I had lost, a little bit of control over when I look at it, what I look at, how I feel when I do look at it. I think it impacts all aspects of life. And it could be that it's your weight loss results. It could be moving forward with your life, whether it be business, relationships, whatever. I think social media is so prevalent, if that's the right word now, and so there and in all of our lives that we all need to have some form of attention to it. So let's hope this short podcast today brings some attention to you, and maybe you can come away with some action points that will make your life a little bit better. Hope it helps. Social media, for me, is exactly like chocolate. Tasty, absolutely everywhere. It comes in so many different varieties. Everybody's satisfied somehow. But if you're like me right now, you struggle to control your consumption of it. However much you love the taste, you love the flavour, you want to come back to it again and again, you know at some point you're losing control and you don't want that to happen continuously. That is exactly where I am right now with social media and chocolate, in fairness. But I've made some changes. I've made them very recently and I'm feeling a lot better for it. And I'm actually enjoying my tasty social media time more than ever. And that's what I want you today to think about as you listen to this podcast. I'm going to keep it fairly short, to the point, because the best I can hope for today is I provoke a thought in your mind about how much you're using social media, whether the time you are devoting to it is having the positive impact it can do, and it can. Trust me, I love social media. I love a lot of the things it brings to my life. But also being aware of whether you actually have control over both of those things, the time and the feeling you get when you're on it. Because I think for most of us, I would say most of us, certainly a lot of us, we have lost that level of control around it. And social media, to an extent, controls us and stops us doing things or feeling a way that we want to feel. As a personal trainer, doing fitness programs, helping clients out with weight loss, fat loss, trying to feel better about their fitness. Believe it or not, social media can be a roadblock for these people. I know it can be. I see it day in, day out. Whether it's from a time standpoint, whether it's from an emotional standpoint, mindset, whether they're reading information, absorbing information that isn't necessarily positive for them on their journey, it has an impact. You'll be individual. Every one of us is different scenarios. I'm not here to say there's a set number of hours or minutes you should be on there. I don't know. We're learning. It's a very new phenomenon, really, social media. As I've touched on, it is something I'm phenomenally supportive of. I love it. It has brought a lot to my life. It's probably brought a lot to yours. I'm in a place now where I'm using social media to connect with clients that I never ever could have when I first started out as a personal trainer 12 years ago in a gym. How could I have helped the number of people I have today? We had 2,000 clients, over 2,000 clients, go through my home exercise boot camp last year. How could I have done that without social media? I couldn't have. Very, very grateful that every day I wake up, I look in my little Facebook group of our clients that are all chatting together, giving such positive vibes, tapping each other on the back, saying, well done, Joe, well done, Julia, you've smashed it, keep going, lifting each other up when you need them. It can be a really, really good place to go. But as I've found this year, when you're not thinking about how much you're doing or where you are looking or what your time is when you're devoted to it is doing for you, the control element is gone. You start absorbing information that maybe you don't need or want, and it becomes a bit of a drag, a bit of a pull down on your life. And I definitely think that happened to me this year. Definitely. I was aware that, to be honest, my original goal with social media was not necessarily at the forefront right now. And what I mean by that is I joined social media properly for business, to connect with clients, as I say, that I couldn't have previously in a gym environment. And I've deliberately set about producing daily content to be used across social media platforms, predominantly Instagram, Facebook, a little bit of Twitter, but I don't really like Twitter, I've gone off it. To put me in your eyes and let you understand that I can help you, show you the path and support you through it. And it's done that for me. But as a result of going on there daily, as I've committed to myself from a business standpoint, what happens is you get dragged into this world that you didn't necessarily set out to be a part of. And you spend a lot of your time absorbing information that you don't necessarily want to. Or I was definitely in the past. And I've set about this month to change it drastically if I can. I've done it two ways. Firstly, I've set myself a social media free Sunday. So 1 day per week where I'm not allowed social media. I mean, how hard is it to have a day off social media? It sounds stupid when I say it. But let me tell you, the first Sunday I'd done it, it was like, itching to get my phone out of my pocket. But now I love it, absolutely love it. Sunday's my family day, you see. It's the 1 day of the week where I am off work, if you could say that. I'm off work. Monday to Saturday, I do as much as I can for clients. I'll check my emails every day. I'll look in my Facebook group, as I say, of my clients every single day. I'll produce content if I can every single day. But Sunday's a no-no. It's all family, 100%. Nothing else matters. And even before it's supposed to be, if I was allowed to check social media, what I would find often is I'd post something on the social on a Sunday, and that would take up my time. And I'd see the kid like tugging at my trousers saying, come on, Daddy, let's play. Da, 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 da. And I'd be like, hold on, let me just upload this video. And that was a scenario for me that wasn't comfortable. I didn't like that. I don't want my girls to see me sort of staring at a phone, ultimately telling them that whatever's in my hand is more important than them at that time. I don't want them to see that or feel that. I want them to know that I'm present at that moment in the 1 day I've given to them per week. We give 100% attention. I want to have all the grief they can give me. I want to go through everything on that day with the family and Katie, obviously, right? It's worked. I love that day. As I've started doing that, I've also now added in certain times during the week when I don't have my phone. 4 to 7 p.m, so 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. is a window where I tend to come home from work. The kids are both back. I do bath time, bedtime, stories, all that game. Again, by not having my phone, by telling myself I can't check social media, it has now become a devoted time for the kids, and I love that. And I hope that they feel and appreciate that. Who knows, time will tell. But I've needed to take control back from when I felt I lost it, which I had done, as I say, scrolling through a news feed. Because that one post you do is okay if you do it and then get off. But you find with this social media lark, it's very clever, very well organised. The news feed of an Instagram or a Facebook, they as soon as you've posted something, they've instantly popped you back on a news feed, and you're all of a sudden, you're watching some cat dancing around and you're laughing, you're loving it, you're double tapping. Then you're scrolling down, you've got Paul Pogba, your favourite footballer, dancing about in the changing rooms, and you feel, oh, I love that. And you're in this cesspit of social media that you never set out to be in. And time's gone. The kids have forgotten you there. The whole point of you getting social media in the first place has gone. And for me, that is not what I wanted. So getting the control back's happened. It started for me. For you, I think I'm not here, as I say, to preach you to do social media free days or give yourself set times when you're not on social media. That's just working for me. For you, I just want you to be aware of how your social media usage is probably impacting your day, your mission, whatever that might be. As I say, if you're trying to lose weight, lose body fat, spend more time with the family, grow a business, whatever it might be, how does social media sit in that? And is your current scenario supporting it positively? Or is it, like I found, dragging you back slightly or making you feel unsure or inadequate about it? And if it is, what can you change? What can you change? And it'll be like diet, going back to the chocolate scenario with social media. For me, my chocolate usage, my social media usage got out of hand, so I've taken it away at set times. Now, there's arguments for and against that. Like, I am now at risk of potentially binging on it in a few months. It's like if you took away chocolate, would you then binge on it in a few months' time? I don't know. Well, time will tell for me, but I've seen clients on a diet plan do that, take away a certain food, and all of a sudden they're gouging on it 2 months later, drowning in chocolate. There could be a different method for you, just like there would be with diet plans. The main point is, as I would say for anyone changing their social media plan or nutrition plan, is to have a look at the options, become aware that you need to do something differently, and then go about doing it. So think about that today. And then once you have control of your social media usage back in your hands and you feel empowered by that, and you're using your time on there as a positive influence. So I am now only using the social media platform for what I originally set out to do, which was provide good content and connect with clients that I want to connect with, have fun with it. I only follow friends and family and colleagues in the industry that I'm very close to and trust, and don't blurt things out that I disagree with. And I know that the time I spend, if I choose to scroll through the news feed, will have a positive impact on me, or should do at least. If it doesn't, I will act and get rid or change or do what I need to do. That's all we can do, innit? Because I'm here to stay. Social media is in my life. It's going to stay in my life. It will presumably stay in yours. I think we need to be connected with it. It brings so much positivity. Think of all the great things you can do now. You follow your favourite celebs. You can get in their bedrooms if you need to, if they're showing you it. You can get everywhere nowadays. It is phenomenal. You might have that old friend that moved to Australia. You can see what they're doing up to the minute. It is brilliant. Superb. But only if you've got control. Just like your chocolate intake. If you're a chocolate lover like me, don't get rid of it fully. Control it. Learn to control it. If it needs to be set times or set days where you don't have it or do have it, take action. Flirt with different flavours if you need to. I've dabbled with Twitter. Didn't really like it, but I had a go. I've dabbled with other social media platforms to see what they're about. Who knows? I'm doing podcasts now. That might be a white chocolate, something slightly different, off-piste. But a lot of people like it. We're here. We're tasting it, and it feels good. So in summary, I want to keep this short and sweet. I hope my point has come across. That social media is a phenomenal platform that is very positive and can be, if you choose to control your usage of it and control the people and things that you surround yourself in whilst on it. However, if you ever feel like it's taken over or controlling you and it's getting in the way of living in the present, as I felt with my kids at home, you have to act on it, people. You have to be wise to it, acknowledge it. And just like weight loss and fat loss, that is the hardest part, I think. Accepting that you need to change and then doing something differently. And then I think, hopefully, like me, you'll feel more positive about it and you'll get more enjoyment from what is a phenomenal thing, whether that be social media or chocolate. So thanks for listening again. I appreciate your ears on this podcast because we're early days yet. This is episode 18, I think. Very early days. Very wide variety of topics I've covered. Always coming back to you feeling better about your health, fitness, and anything positive to do with your lifestyle. Social media will be part of that, I think, whatever your journey is. And going forward, I've got so many guests lined up. The topics are going to get more and more random, but useful, I hope. Keep your reviews coming if you're on iTunes. The 5-star reviews really do help us getting noticed across the platform. And any ideas of other topics and content you want me to cover, please get in touch. DM me on social media and I'll check it during my set hours of social media. Or email me info@fitwithfrank.co.uk. Let me know if you've got any guests you'd like me to invite on. We've got a very, very long series of guests lined up, so not desperate at the moment. Very, very blessed with good people around me that can help us and provide content. But I'm here to do it. I hope you know that. I'm not leaving social media. I'm very much in it and I'm hoping to be better on it for you. Thanks again. Have a good day. Bye. You've been listening to the Fit with Frank podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now so you can be first to be notified of new episodes released every week where Frank dives deep, chats with some of the finest guests across the health and fitness industry alongside inspiring stories from people just like you so we can inspire and hopefully empower you to lead a happier, healthier lifestyle. Have fun.